Good morning, live from New York. We're getting feedback. We must be in the right place.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, what this work is about for me, guys, ultimately, why I'm on the planet is to share the tools, the linguistic tools to create whatever you want to create. I just showed you. I at one point I had a 16-piece band. I don't know anything about music. I know how to sing, and I've worked with lots of vocal coaches. I don't know music that well. I'm learning. But if you understand language, you can pull things together. You can pull things together and grow things more effectively than if you don't understand language. If you don't understand language, you show up in the cartoon world, right? And words come out of your mouth, but things don't happen the way that you want them to happen. If you understand how to use language, then you can create and invent and design things more effectively. No guarantees, but the odds of success are much greater if you understand how to use language. And the whole thing for all of us is right here on this page. This is all we have to work with. So this makes it simple. When I talk about stress relief for you guys, the owner operators and managers, when you get real clear, let me ask you this, Bill, since you're here and you've embraced this work, is your stress in the store less now than it was before?
Yeah, oh, it's much less. When
How?
you know that you're doing so much more business, you start worrying about the bills, you worry about getting more business in. Doesn't really make sense, but you work more on the business than in the business. And everything's getting more fine-tuned, and yeah, I'd say the stress level's way down.
Yeah, and the same Danny reported the same thing. It's like, guys, picture this. You're driving down the highway in your car at night, 1 o'clock in the morning, and you're looking out the rear view mirror. That's how you're driving the car. How long is it going to be before you hit something? Right? You're going to go off the road in about in a quarter mile. you know, but if you're looking out the windshield and you have your hands on the controls, you have your hand on the shifter, you have your hands on the steering wheel, you have all the knobs and everything, and you have your pedals and you have everything, you can look out into the future. You can plan the future. That's what you're doing when you're driving. You're planning the future. You're looking down the road a half a mile, right? And you've got your hands. So this is like the linguistic controls right here on this page. These are the linguistic controls. You can invent and create whatever you want to create right here in your life, any area of life. Doesn't matter. Fitness, health, music, recreation. Certainly business, sales with customers. You can invent new things. And in the face of anyway, so I'm thrilled that everybody's here and we got the Breakfast Club now has 10 people in it. Here's what we're going to do today, guys. We're going to continue on the same theme we've been working on. So today we're going to tie it all together on the outbound side. All right. So let's just jump into it. Bill, since you're right at the top of the list there, Bill, we might as well start with you. Then I'll alternate. I'll go to the bottom of the list. Randy, you want to be the customer?
Be glad to, Dan. Be glad to.
All right, buddy. So, Bill, just call Randy and work through, plan out what you want to talk about in your head. Or, by the way, if those of you who are not going right away, if you have a ticket that you have to present later to somebody, grab that ticket. Make it
That's a
real.
great idea. Yeah.
Make it real. Get a $1,500 ticket, whatever. Anything goes here right now, guys, because we've been working on this for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Right? Start out in box one, work box one, go down and close the deal. Keep in mind at the same time that you've already worked with the customer on the inbound call. You already told the customer that you're their car guy. You already told them you have payment plans starting at $20 with or without credit. You already mentioned that to them. You mentioned it to them again in the store. And when they were in the store, you gave them a 1-minute tour. You told them about your company, or you gave them a 5-minute tour, right? You've done all this. So this is the stage. This is like me getting on stage. The stage has been set. The practice has been done. The groundwork has been laid. Now it's showtime. This is the show right here. This is where the money shows up in your business. A lot of it in this conversation. This is like getting up to bat. All right, enough of it now. Shut up, Dan. All right, Billy, call Randy and close the deal.
Ring-a-ling-a-ling.
Hello.
Hi, is this Randy?
Yeah, this is Randy.
Randy, this is Bill, your car guy from In and Out Tire Pros. Yeah, I
Hey,
have
Bill.
some great news for you. Do you have a minute?
Oh, absolutely. Good news. Yeah.
We've sent you your digital inspection. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at it yet or not, have you?
I got something you sent me just a minute ago, Bill. I'll open it up and look at it.
All right. Well, let me tell you what we found. Your Jeep is 2 years old. You got about 30,000 miles on it. It is in outstanding shape. I can see you got a fishing sticker on the back. You're an avid fisherman. And, we've checked all your fluids, all in great shape. And, this is a beautiful Jeep. I'm a Jeep person myself. But at the same time, what I'd like to do is some simple maintenance on it because I know you're out on the beach. I'd like to do some differential services and a transmission flush. They're due at 30,000 miles. And I can have that done for you today. While it's on the rack, take a couple hours.
How much is it going to be, Bill?
Absolutely. I can definitely get you that. The differential services are $120 each, and you have two, and the transmission is $220. And it's a great thing to do because it's going to keep you within your service intervals, and it's going to last a long time. And being out on that beach, you get that fluid nice and hot. So remember, we do have payment plans. If that's an option you want to use somebody else's money.
All right. Okay, that sounds good, but I'll go ahead and I guess I can go ahead and get that done.
Yeah, we'll get it done. And, it's 8 o'clock now, and we'll have it ready for you by 10. And I can send somebody to come get you, or if you want to come pick it up later, that's great. You just tell me which you prefer.
I'll just come pick it up later. Thanks for asking, though.
All right, I'm going to send you a text message when it's done. And if there's anything else I can do for you, you let me know because, we're going to be together for a long time. This is a beautiful Jeep.
Thank you, sir.
All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
All right, Billy. Listen, 99% of companies out there would be thrilled to have that type of presentation, but we're going for way better than that. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So here's what's going on. Up front, you didn't really tell them enough about what you did up here in the front part. Okay. On the vehicle, how you tested the battery and you checked all the belts and hoses and you checked his suspension, you checked his tires and all that. You guys get in the habit of telling people you have a 26-point inspection or 38 points, 82-point inspection, whatever. Give them the highlights, some things that are going to build confidence in that customer. The second thing is you didn't give enough reasons why you wanted to do I don't think, for me. Randy, what are your thoughts about why he wanted to do the service?
I think that that's what Dan is really saying to me too, and I heard it, is that, yeah, we need it, but why? I know that I know that you need it, and why? And the thing about it is when you went back in and actually said that it's a maintenance for that particular vehicle, I think that's a very important thing to mention. It's not just because you want to do it, it's because maintenance is supposed to be done at certain mileages.
Right. And the other thing right there, and it's really important, Bill, you said, I'd like to do this and I'd like to do that.
Okay.
Right. No,
I want to do what I want to do. Right.
I want to do this for you, Randy, because, and then you have to have real strong these are assertions right here. You got to make the assertions because the manufacturer says this, because the mileage is this, because the car is 8 years old, whatever the reason is, because you're on the beach. And it's
right.
Really
I didn't want to get too technical, and by doing that, I didn't hardly do anything. So I've got to work on that.
You glossed over it, and I think the making the assertions here. What I want to do, right? I want to do. Why? As your car guy.
I'll tell you what happened, Bill. What he's saying is, man, I love that. I love to say those words. What I want to do. Now it sounds like you're feeling a little bit pushy, but I don't think so anymore. Here's why. Because if I catch myself saying I like it, wait a minute, no, I don't like it. I want to do it. Okay. And this is why I want to do it. And so that
Right.
gives you a chance to start going into why you want to do it when you say, this is what I want to do, and this is why I want to do it.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Yes. Good. So I see this is what happens, Bill, when you miss a class. You already
I
know
missed
that.
a couple.
I know. I know. And we listen, we've been working on the inbound, but the outbound this is 50%. There's probably more weight on the outbound. Well, it's two different calls. One is getting the customer in. This one is making effective offers,
This is where you got to close the sale, and this is
Right.
important.
Right. They're both
And
equally as important. One
and that's
without the
why
other.
I like coming to the training in the morning. You tweak me, you make me better, and that's the whole reason. I'm an owner. I don't answer the phone as much or call as much, but if I'm not doing it, my employees are not going to do it.
Great point. Great point for you guys. It's perfect now that Ryan's up next because Ryan runs a 6-store chain. Ryan, you there, buddy? Ryan Eicher, the leader of the pack down there at Joe's. No, he's not there. Michael Cooper.
Hey, how are you?
How are you? You there with Evan? Who's there with you, Mike?
I don't know. Evan's on the road. He's going to training at ATI today, so I'm sure he's probably listening in. But
I'm here.
Oh,
I am
there he is.
absolutely here.
All right, he's listening in. Good for you. Good for you. And all right, we got Melissa there. All right, Mike, you ready to go, buddy?
well, listen, Dan, I'm burning up about practicing this, but my papers don't match, and I haven't been involved too much in the level of doing it word for word. And I'm not even close to this yet.
That's all right. You just work through it, buddy. Just go through it nice and slow. If you want me, I'll move on to somebody else. If you don't want to do it right now, that's fine.
Yeah, I want to hear how people do it.
All right,
And I'll
cool.
get an updated copy of the paper.
All right, let's go to Frankie. Let's go to Frankie Martinez. You there, Frankie?
Yes, sir, I am.
All right, buddy. Let's go.
Good morning,
Work with
Frankie.
Randy.
Ring-a-ling.
Hello.
Is this Randy?
This Randy.
Hey, Randy. This is Frankie, your car guy over here at Same Day Auto Repair in Bixby. I
Hey,
got some
Frank.
great news. I was going to call and ask, do you have a moment to talk?
Oh yeah, I do.
Well, good, sir, because I got some great news for you, sir. We were getting your oil change taken care of for you today, and while we're doing that, we also got finished our 20-point inspection. We checked your belts, your hoses, and all your fluids. Everything looks outstanding right there. Now, there is one simple thing that we didn't notice, though. Your rear brake pads are getting very thin. So what I'd like to do for you today is just some simple brake maintenance, replacement of your brake pads and your rotors. So that way, when you're coming to a stop, you don't get those weird, crazy looks from other cars, So what I want to do for you today is get those pads and rotors done. And the reason why is so you don't have to worry about coming to a stop or anything like that. Now, I can have this done for you this afternoon by 2 o'clock. It'll only be $30 with one of our payment plans, with or without credit, or you can pay in full today. It will be $320. Which would you prefer, sir?
Well, okay, Frankie. I hadn't had any problem stopping.
You there, Frankie?
Yeah. Are you there, Frankie?
I couldn't hear you.
I said I haven't had any problem stopping.
Oh, well, that's a good thing. Well, whenever he had pulled those tires off to do that free rotation for you, he did notice that those brake pads were thin. Now, I do want to let you know, when we do any kind of brake service here at Same Day Auto Repair, we do offer a lifetime warranty on those brake pads and rotors. And then it comes with an 18-month, 18,000-mile warranty on labor. So if you ever have any problems in the future with those brakes ever again, we will get you taken care of.
Hey, Frankie, let me stop you right there for 1 second. See, so you're moving in the right direction. Okay. I think if you say to the customer, when we did the rotation, we noticed that the brake pads are really worn down. You've only got about 5% of the braking material left, or 3%, whatever. It's just the thickness of a dime, right? And so it's really, there's nothing wrong with the brakes. It's really basic maintenance. This has to be done every so many thousands of miles based on your driving. And now's the time. So I want to do that for you today. Is basically preventive maintenance, you know? So I think if you just say it like that, because they're really, you make the assertion, the claim that they're worn out. The brakes are just worn out, and I want to do it today. This is the time to do it. Make sense, Frankie?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, I want to do it because now's the time. They're worn out. It's that simple. It's time. They go, okay.
I guess you could use a toilet paper analogy, Frankie.
It works till it's gone.
Yeah, brake pads are just like toilet paper. You keep using them, eventually it's going to be gone, and that's where we're at right now.
That's good. I like
I've never
that.
heard that one. No, that's a new one.
Good.
I like it.
Like toilet paper. You keep using it, and eventually it wears out, and then you're in trouble. Then you're in trouble. I like that. That's good. That was good effort, though, Frankie. Good effort. You got to practice it, buddy. Just keep working it. Keep working it. All right. Let me see who else we got there. Let me see. Ronnie Spurgeon. Ronnie, back in the house, back on the horse again, riding out there. And you ready to roll, Ronnie?
I'm ready.
He's ready. All right, Randy, work with Ronnie.
Okay. Call me, Ronnie. I don't know if he knows what was going. Do you know what's going on, Ronnie?
Yeah, a little bit of it.
Right.
Ring-a-ling-a-ling.
Hello.
Hey, is this Randy?
This is Randy.
Hey, Randy, this is Ronnie at Same Day Auto Repair. You got a second to talk about your truck?
Sure, I do.
Hey, I've got great news for you. Our maintenance program we've been doing on that thing is doing its job 100%. Your fluids look great. The antifreeze, we tested it. We're good we can go through Antarctica no problem.
Okay.
Them tires we put on, they look great. They look like brand new steel. So that alignment we done is working, and them are good tires. So everything is looking good. The one thing that I noticed, Randy, is we need to do what I want to do for you today is I want to do some simple front brake maintenance. Them pads, whenever we done that tire rotation, my technician noticed they're down to about 2 millimeters, which is getting real thin. And right now, the good news is I can save money because we can resurface the rotors instead of replacing them. So, and I can still have you done by the time you get off work at 3 o'clock, and everything will be great.
How much, Ronnie?
It's going to be $345 with the oil change out the door today, or I can put you on them payment plans that we talked about, and it'll be $30 a month, or $30 a payment.
Oh, that's not bad. All right. Well, I probably don't need a payment on this one, Ronnie. I really appreciate you telling me. But
Okay. You need me to pick you up whenever we get this thing done, or can you get a ride, Randy?
I got somebody to bring me down there.
Well, I'll get you fixed up, and I'll give you a call when we're done.
Get her done, Ronnie.
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Good effort. Hopefully all of you can start to hear the dance. That was great work, Ronnie. You
Very
stumbled a little bit, but he caught himself. And guys, it's really the structure. I've got great news for you. Let me tell you about your vehicle and why I say that. Boom, you tell them all the good stuff up here. At the same time, I really like these words. Instead of saying we noticed, it sounds like there's a problem. I like to say at the same time, what I want to do is some basic maintenance today on another part of the vehicle. It doesn't matter what part. There's nothing wrong with the vehicle. There's nothing wrong with the brakes. It's just basic maintenance, right? Nothing wrong with the tires. It's time to replace them. You know, I mean, there is some, the tires are worn out. Anyway, you see the structure of this thing starting to unfold, you know. Let me see who else we got here.
Mike Cooper. Hey, I'll give it a try if you want.
You want to give it? All right, good.
Use your paperwork.
Yeah. By the way, Mike brought up a good point. Let me just share with you guys. I loaded a new. If you go to the Molloy website, that's not it.
Hey, who's that?
That's not
Hold
the
on.
guy I saw singing.
I'll do anything for the show. You guys know that, right?
I heard a good one this morning. He still has the same brown hair, just now he can take it on and off.
You know, nobody knows when I show. Nobody could tell that it's a piece, right? It's
You
funny.
call that, don't you? Then that's a convertible.
Convertible.
Guys, here we go. Right here, when you want to get a new workbook, you come right here to the main website and go to Power Sales Training, weekly schedule registration. You click there, right? And then scroll right down here where you see the cartoon.
I was
And
trying to get one the other day. Great.
this was updated on February 11th. There's a brand new one up there from the other day, right? Boom. So you download it right here. So you're never without a workbook, okay? I do anything to try and help you guys. All right, Mike, go ahead. Call Randy and call him about whatever you want to call, and just take it step by step. Just go right through the approach, and it'll be real easy for you. Go ahead.
Ring-a-ling.
Hello.
Hey, Randy. This is Mike, the car guy, South Hanover Automotive Tire Pros.
Hey, Mike.
Randy?
Yes.
Oh, great, Randy. I got some good news for you, Randy. We completed the 30-point inspection here. We went over your Jeep very well, as always. We looked at the battery and we tested that. Great news, Randy. That thing's got a full boat as far as the cold cranking amps. We
Okay.
went over all your belts and hoses. We went over all your fluids. We went over the brakes and we went over the suspension. Um, Randy, where am I going here? Box.
Right down here at the same time.
Okay. Show me the box then. Okay. At the same time, Randy, what I want to do is some simple maintenance on that vehicle. You know, Jeep has two different types of services, and with you going out on that beach, you're under the Schedule B service, which calls for some differential services and a transfer case service. That's very important on the Jeeps. The differentials are in use when you drive it on the beach, and the four-wheel drive system takes a heck of a beating. So, look, I want to get that straightened out for you so that this vehicle lasts a long time and that you don't have to go out and buy another one. You know how we do it here at South Hanover Automotive Tire Pros. We like to make your vehicle last.
Yeah.
So I'll have the vehicle done by 3 o'clock. It'll only be $320 total with tax. Um, you know, we
Or
also have the payment plans if you want to take advantage of that, Randy. That's with or without credit, as you know. We've talked about that in the past.
Okay.
What would you would you like us to take care of that while it's here today, Randy?
Yeah, I guess you can.
That'd be great. I'll give you a call when it's finished. I should have you done by 10 o'clock this morning. I'll come pick you up if you prefer, or you can pick it up by 10:30.
Um, I'll just come pick it up about 12 today. Is that okay?
Yeah, Randy, thank you. Have a good day.
hey, Mike, that was fabulous, man. Really, you see what you did there. You took your time. You worked the approach impeccably. I loved the way you explained right up here, and I hope everybody heard. It sounded so good when you said we checked this, we checked that, we checked the suspension. You know, boom, boom, boom. You listed off enough, just enough to give the customer confidence that you guys are on your game, right? So that was really nice, right? And you came down here just as this is the transition statement right here, guys. At the same time, Randy, I want to do some basic maintenance on the vehicle, and you said that. It sounded great, right? And then you went into why, because Jeep says that this is what we need to do for this type, and you explained the Schedule A, Schedule B. Boom. How did that sound to you, Randy, when he said that?
I think he did an outstanding job. I want to give a little bit of cheating advice to anybody that may be training with us here before we get to you in the next few minutes. If you have an inspection sheet or you have a digital inspection program that you can pull up and look at, there's your cheat sheet. Okay, go ahead and pull it out, lay it in front of you, and pretend that it's filled out right now, and that you know where the check boxes are for good, and you know where the check boxes are for need maintenance. Circle those right now and use that as a guideline and go down it just like you were checking off a list at the grocery store.
Yes.
And then stop and tell them why it's in such good shape. If you feel like there's a spot there that you need to know that if you've been taking care of it, well, then tell them we're doing like Ronnie did. We're doing a good job taking good care of this vehicle. And here's why. So then when you get down to how we're at the same time, this is what I'd like to do today, then you have some merit. You have a lot of things in your back pocket that make this vehicle worthy of doing any repair work you talk about.
Yes. Very good. Thank you, Randy.
Yeah.
Let me go to Evan. Are you there,
Can you
Evan?
guys hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's Ryan?
Yep, that's Ryan.
Hey,
I
Ryan.
had an issue on my phone and I got it taken care of. So
All right, good, buddy. Can you participate with us now?
yeah, I'm good.
All right, go ahead. You work with Randy. We're going box 1, box 2, complete all the way through. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right. I don't have the sheets in front of me, so I'm doing this off of memory.
We'll see. All right, it'll be a good test.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Ring-a-ling-a-ling.
Hello.
Hey, Randy. This is Ryan calling back from Joe's Tire. We were doing an inspection on your vehicle. Do you got a couple moments to go over that?
I do.
All right, Randy. Well, your vehicle looks like it's in great shape. We checked the belts and the hoses. They all look like they're brand new. We tested the battery, and it's looking great as well. We also checked out all your brakes, and they're looking fabulous. They have over 50% tread on all of them. So it looks like you're taking really good care of your vehicle, Randy. At the same time, what I want to do today is some basic tire maintenance. It looks like the front tires are down to 230 seconds and the rear tires are down to 330 seconds, which is definitely going to fail the Abraham Lincoln head on the penny test there.
Yeah.
So what I want to do is put on some new tires for you there, because we're getting a lot of rain here lately, and that's going to keep you safe out there on the road. What that's going to run you, Randy, is going to be $69.95. I'm sorry, 695 cents total, and then or you can use our payment options, and you can get out the door with $39 today.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's all right. I think I can do that.
All right. Well, if you want to go ahead and do that, we'll set you up here. We'll have it done by 3:00 this afternoon, like we promised. What I got
to do for that?
Well, what I can do for you there, Randy, is I got this is your cell number, correct?
Correct.
All right. I'll go ahead and text you an application. You can fill that out, and then we'll have all the information when you come in to pick it up at 3, and we'll get that all taken care of for you. All right?
All right. That sounds good, man.
All right. I appreciate it, Randy. Thanks a lot. We'll see you at 3.
Okay.
Pretty good for just off the top of your head, Ryan.
Oh,
You're getting there. That was excellent. Excellent. What I like to do.
Yeah, except $69.95 for the set of tires. I thought I was selling at cut rate pricing there for a bit.
I like the $6.95. That was better.
695.
Yeah.
But listen, the structure right now, Ryan, is the most important thing that you get in your head, that what the structure is. I've got great news for you. Guys, everybody should start out these conversations. The first thing out of your mouth should be, I've got good news for you. Can you talk for a minute? Do it in that order. And the reason is because when you're calling a customer back in your business, they're always expecting bad news. Every time, right? They're expecting you guys to whack them up topside the head with a hammer. or stab them, with something. No, but you don't do that. You say, look, I've got good news, Randy. Yeah. And then tell them something good about the car and tell them all the things you did, just like you did, Ryan. That was fabulous. Right. And then just come down and look at the same time. What I want to do is put 4 new tires on the vehicle because they're worn out. I don't know if they would understand the Abraham Lincoln head test. I don't know about if they understand that, but I think if you said the thickness of a penny or whatever, 2 pennies, whatever is there, do people understand what millimeters are? I don't know. I like the idea. It's only like you've only got 10% of the.
I will say something too.
Yeah, go ahead. Help me there, Randy.
Well, I'll tell you something to go along with that. Several of you I know, if not all of you, probably have some type of brake gauge. It's usually you've got one of the ones that's got the green, yellow, and red millimeters stamped on the side of it. Most of you know what I'm talking about, that the techs use in the shop. You may have one on your counter. Well, when you pull that out today, lay a penny on the counter and look at how close it is to 1 millimeter. Stack 2 pennies on the counter. Look at how close it is to 2 millimeters. 1 and 2 millimeters usually are where the red is. Okay, it gives a very visual indication when you say it's 2 millimeters. Doesn't give me indication. If you tell me it's the thickness of 2 pennies, I'm going to visualize that immediately.
Right. That's what I'm saying, Ryan. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. You can
Okay,
use
yeah,
that
that makes
analogy.
sense.
It's the thickness of 2 pennies, Randy. That's it. That's all the stopping power you have in your tires. The tread depth is only 2 pennies. It's not enough. So that's why I want to put new tires on today. You get in and tell them what type you're going to put on. Most people don't know. I'm going to put the same ones on you had last time. They work great or whatever.
Yeah.
And listen, even then you could get into a conversation about the tires. You go into box 3, which is fine. And you talk about the tires and the warranty and the tread life and tread patterns and all that. And then you come right back down here again. And the other thing, guys, this goes for everybody, right? It will only be $40 with one of our payment plans, with or without credit. Because you can even start that off right here and say, look, I've got more great news for you, Randy. It's only going to be $40 with one of our payment plans, with or without credit, or $800 if you want to pay in full today.
I really think we ought to.
Then finish up and say, what works best for you, Randy?
Yeah, I really think that we really need to practice on saying the lower amount in the beginning.
Yes.
That way, they're listening. They're listening when they say, how much is it?
Well, let me ask Ryan. What sounds better, Ryan? Randy, it's going to be $800 out the door, or $40 with one of our payment plans, with or without credit. Or if I say, Randy, I've got more good news for you. It's only going to be $40 with one of our payment plans, right? With or without credit, or $800 if you pay in full.
Yeah.
Which works best for you? Which one is more powerful, Ryan, to you in your mind, what I just said?
I think if you start with the lower amount, I think gets their mind heading in the right direction. Because otherwise it sounds like you're just tacking it on at the end.
Yeah, it's part of your whole plan to help them with money. I got good news for you. It's only $40, Randy. Fabulous deal.
Yeah, but the reason I don't like it doing it that way is because then whenever you get them in, all they've thought about is that $40. And then you give them that invoice with the total amount on it, and they're thinking, damn, this was a lot more than I was thinking.
Well, Ronnie, that's not the point is, though, is you have to introduce and be very open about the options. Okay.
Right.
In other words,
that's just why I like to start off with the total amount.
Yeah, you can't just stop it at $40. You have to tell them what that represents in real dollars, which is
you got to give them both. You got to give them both. It's not just 40. No, it's $40 or 800. Which would you prefer? Yeah, Guys, listen, great work today. Ryan, excellent job. Mike, too bad we don't have more time. Guys, here's my message for all of you. This is the gift that keeps on giving, this approach, the inbound approach and this approach, okay? If you practice this, I promise you, if you practice this several hundred times over the next month, then come March and April and into the spring, you guys are rocking and rolling at levels you never even could imagine. I'm serious, deadly serious. And just keep in mind that this is a 3-act play and it's all tied together. And you're in show business. So the first act is building trust and credibility and making commitments. I can help you. We can help you. I can do it today. In the store, when they walk in, oh, Melissa, I'm so glad you came here today. Let me show you around my shop, and grab them and walk them around the building and show them and introduce them to people, right? Bring them into your world. But don't forget, if they're brand new customers, they're looking for a hunting party. They're looking for someone to protect them, to take care of them, to keep them on the road. And you want to invite them into your family. That's what you're doing, right? It's just like if someone came to your house for dinner, a neighbor you never met before. You greet them at the door. Hi, how are you? And you bring them into your house and you take their coat and you hang it up and you offer them a drink, offer them some hors d'oeuvres. Oh, let me show you my man cave, whatever, right? You bring them in, you welcome them. That's what this is all about, because this is like having dinner right here. This outbound call is you're sitting down to have the meal, right? At a dinner party, but you had to have everything else had to be done up front because time to sit down, everything else has to be handled. And that's what this is all about, guys. It's a complete process. So, and the only way to get this is to practice it hundreds of times out loud. You can't read it to yourself. That helps, I suppose, but really you want to say it out loud and get it into your nervous system. And the other thing, finally, practice every time you're going to present the ticket today. Take this out and practice with somebody. Don't wing it. You don't have to wing it. You could practice this 2, 3, 4 times and then present. That's how to do it. Trust me. Just like singing a song. Thousands of times practice. Thousands, literally. Then it's showtime. Boom. And then you knock the audience out. That's the whole game. Knock them out. Want to leave them with a memorable experience. Wanting more. You know? All right, guys. Randy, anything else?
No, sir. Sounds good.
Billy, anything else, Bill?
No, it really is good practice. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Arlen. Didn't get to everybody, but go have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. We'll continue this outbound stuff. I can see it's really, really, really important. Okay?
Thanks, Dan.
Peace, guys.
Thanks, Dan. Everybody have a good day.
So long,
You too.
Ronnie. You're the man, Ronnie.
Bye, Ronnie.
Bye.